بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا وقدوتنا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة وأزكى التسليم اللهم علمنا بما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يا رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Everybody, welcome to beginning classical Arabic Wednesday evening. Moving right along, lesson 13, making very, very good progress. We have for today اكتب جمع الكلمات الآتية. Write the plural of the following words. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry, a little bit of a technical difficulty there, waiting for everything to catch up. Okay, I think now we're good. Here we go. Okay, this one. So we're given several words. They're going to be different types of words. Okay, some of them are adjectives like kabir. Some of them are nouns such as daif. Some of them are, well, that's all we have. Yes, that's all we have. Some of them are going to be singular, and they're all going to be singular, and we make them plurals, they're going to be sound masculine plurals. Some of them are going to be broken plurals, and I don't think we have any sound feminine plurals right here. So moving right along, let's go with Brother Muhammad Muqtasim. Can you do the first? Well, we only have two people here. Let's do the first whole line here, going right to left.
Kabirun, Kibarun.
Good.
Muslimun.
Good.
Muslimun. Rijalun.
Good.
Ibnaw.
Close.
Abnaw.
The fatha on that hamza. Good. So kabir to kibar, muslimun to muslimun, right? Or muslimuna if we're pronouncing the final haraka. Rajulun to rijalun, and ibnun to abna'un. Abna'u. Good. Next line. Sheikh family. Someone from one of the inhabitants of the Sheikh household.
Dayfun, duyufun.
Good.
What's that? Fatan?
Yes.
The fityatun.
Very good. Fityatun. Yep. So this is young man, young men.
Hajun, and that is hujajun.
Good.
And akhun is ikhwatun.
Good. Ikhwatun. Yep. Excellent job. Yep. Those are some tricky ones in there. So ضيفun, ضيوفun, fatan or fata to fityatun, hajjun to hujjajun, akhun to ikhwatun. Very good. Last line, Dr. Zia, if you're there.
صغير صغار طويل طوال غني أغناء.
Very close. أغنياء. Yeah.
فقير فقراء.
Excellent work. Yep. It's as simple as that. صغير صغار, طويل طوال, غني أغنياء, فقير فقراء. Fantastic. And that's a nice little vocab review. And we have our word bank here for lesson 13, al-haql, the plural of which is huqul, huqul, which is a field. An-nasu, people, should be familiar to you. Al-qaryatu, village, the plural which is al-qura. Al-dayfu, guest, plural buyuf. Ash-shaykhu, the old man or the elderly man or the scholar, learned person. And the plural is shuyukh, just like on the wazn, on the pattern of life. Al-mat'amu, which is the cafeteria. And we don't need to go into the plural of that just yet. And al-madrasatul ibtidaiyatu, primary school. Al-madrasatul ibtidaiyatu. Does anyone have any questions about anything up until this point before we move on?
Nope.
Yes. Oh, that was a no.
That was no.
Okay, very good then. Then we go on to the second part of lesson 13, which is now talking about the feminine plural. Yes. So if we notice that they spared us sound feminine plural in the last part of the lesson in order so that we could focus on the sound masculine plural, muslimun, and various patterns of the broken plural. Now we're going to focus in on the sound feminine plural, which, as we had given before, is represented by at, by the plural ending at. And it is sound, meaning that it does not change the stem of the word. Muslimatun is a female Muslim. Muslimatun is female Muslims or Muslim ladies or whatever you want to say. So let's have Muhammad Mu'tasim read *1, and let's have Dr. Zia read *2.
من هؤلاء الفتيات يا مريم يا مريم
هنا زميلتي.
أقواتهن
نعم هن أخوت.
All right, time out. All right, so we've got new words. Let's look at al-fatayatu. Okay, this is the plural of young lady. No, what was it? Al-fatatu, I believe, was the feminine form. And honestly, this is a word that I did not hear very much spoken. But it's all over the book. So al-fata and al-fatatu, al-fatayatu, young lady. Hunna, we learn here that this is a subject pronoun. Okay. In Arabic, we have hum, which we're used to, which means they, as a subject pronoun. However, there is another subject pronoun for third person plural that is exclusive to females if it is only a group of ladies. And that is hun, with a shadda on the noon. If you're looking for examples in the Quran, go to Surah Al-Talaq or to Surah An-Nisa, and you will find lots of examples. Okay, so we have hunna zamilati. They are zamilati. This comes from, we remember zamil is classmate or colleague. Okay. And the plural, the sound masculine plural, was zumala, was a broken plural. But look at this. When we have it in the feminine, the singular is zamilatun with a ta marbuta, which means that when we go to the sound feminine plural, we're only talking about females here. No males in sight. Now it is zamilat. So look at that. We can communicate the difference. And this is something that's very, very precise about Arabic compared to English. We can communicate whether there are males or not in this group. If there were males in the group, then we will be forced to use the broken plural zumala. However, there are not, and so we are using the sound feminine plural zamilat. Hun zamilati. Hunna zamilati. They are my, literally, female classmates. Akhawatun hun. Okay, so let's straighten it out into a affirmative sentence. We have hunna, again, the same thing. It is they, third person, plural. However, it is exclusive to females. Akhawatun. Akhawatun is the plural of ukhtun. And be careful that you're making sure that the kha has a fatha. Akhawatun. Ukhun akhawatun. Hunna akhawatun. Okay? That is the sentence. However, we're asking a question, and this is the information that's in doubt. And so we're going to bump it up to the front, and we're going to put another hamza in front of it, hamzatul istifham, the question hamza. Akhawatun hun. Are they sisters? Na'am hunna akhawatun. Yes, they are sisters. All right, we see where we're at. Arabic has pronouns, both subject pronouns and object pronouns and possessive pronouns, to communicate the existence of exclusively feminine groups. The masculine forms are used for exclusively masculine groups and for mixed groups. So hum is used for groups that are mixed or groups that are only male. If we want to explicitly say that there is an exclusively feminine or female group, then we will use these pronouns, hun. Okay, let's have Asma and Dr. Zia continue. Star 1, star 2.
Man abuhunna.
أبوهن الشيخ بلال أمهن أستاذاتي
Aina baytuhunna.
بيتهن قريب من المدرسة.
Fantastic. Very, very good. So now we see the same exact thing as before, except now we're seeing the other types of pronouns. So just a second ago, it was hun, hun. Okay, we're only dealing with subject pronouns. Now, abuhun, men abuhun. Who is their father? We see that hun is the same in the possessive pronoun, right? Hun can be the subject pronoun here, or it can be the possessive pronoun here. Abuhunna ash-shaykhu Bilal. Sheikh Bilal, as we would say in colloquial kind of Islamic English. But in Arabic, it has to have alif lam. The Sheikh Bilal. Ummuhun, their mother, ustadhati, right? We have the ta, which used to be a ta marbuta in the singular, but now it's a ta maftuha because there is the possessive pronoun ya for mine after. Their mother is my teacher. Aina baytuhunna, same thing, possessive pronoun hunna on the end of bait. And it might be a little alarming for the beginning Arabic learner to note how differently bait looks when it's by itself versus when it's attached to pronouns. Part of the skill of reading Arabic is to distinguish familiar words when their final letter is changed, because the final letter, as we know in Arabic, letters look differently, whether they're the last letter or the first letter or the middle letter. And so if you're used to seeing a word and recognizing it according to its final letter, then all it takes is a possessive pronoun to come along to change the appearance of that final letter and kind of throw you off. This is the same bait that you know and love, but because of the possessive pronoun, now the ta looks very different. Just like the ta looks even more different up here for ustada. Baytuhunna qaribun min al-madrasati. And that's very, very straightforward. Anyone have any questions about this general idea?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
The what was the example? Yeah. So the third one, akhawatun hunna. Can we say like ahunna akhawatun? Are they sisters?
You can say it. As we've said before, in Arabic, the information that is in doubt is what is closest to the question word. Okay. So those are two very, very close statements with slightly different emphases. So if you say akhawatun hun, the hun is a given. You, in this case, this is the picture of the young ladies. You see them. They're a group, right? What's in doubt is whether they are sisters or not. And so that's why we put akhawatun hun. Are they sisters? If we had changed the order to say ahunna akhawat, that would indicate that there was a group of women, maybe these 4 women, and someone told us that a certain number of them were sisters, but we're not sure if it's this group of sisters or another group of sisters or part of them or all of them or what. And so we would say ahunna akhawat, like, is it them that were the sisters that you were talking about, right? So we see the difference in emphasis and how this one is more appropriate to the context, because we see a group of women and we're asking questions about them, right? So what's in doubt in this scenario is whether they are sisters or not. Whereas if the situation were different, we would ask a different question. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Anything else before we proceed? Okay, good deal. So let's keep going. حول المبتدأ في الجمل الآتية إلى جمع كما هو موضح في المثال. Convert or change the mubtada, the subject of the jumla ismiya, في الجمل الآتية, in the following sentence, جمع, make it into a plural, كما هو موضح, as it is explained or clarified, في المثال, in the example. And we've talked about the different points about حول is a form 2 verb in the imperative mood. في الجمل, jumal is the plural of jumlatun, which is the word for sentence. جمع, جمع is the word for plural. موضح is the ism maf'ul in form 2 verbs. مفاعل, etc., etc. So what you're going to do is note that adjectives like kibarun, sigarun, tawilun, jududun are the same for masculine and feminine. Alhamdulillah. So we have here something that is more reminiscent of English that is a help to us. So in English, we do not change adjectives to reflect number, right? He, for example, he is short, they are short, right? In Arabic, yes, we change adjectives to reflect number. Huwa qasirun, hum qisarun. We have to change the adjective to suit the plurality or the plural nature of the subject. However, even though we distinguish between adjectives in gender, in the singular in Arabic, we do not do so in the plural. Alhamdulillah. So again, going back to English, we do not also let adjectives change for gender. We say he is short, she is short. Same thing. In Arabic, there's a difference. Huwa kabir, hiya kabiratun, right? We have to differentiate between masculine and feminine in the singular. However, once you get to the plural, walillahi alhamd, once you get to the plural, you do not need to distinguish between masculine and feminine. Okay, so that's why we have kibarun, sigarun, tiwalun. etc., etc. They are going to be for plural masculine, for plural mixed, and for plural feminine. Absolutely no problem. So let's see what is the example here. هذه بنت. Okay, singular, singular. هؤلاء بنات. Right, these, and we mentioned before how the demonstrative pronoun هؤلاء also applies to both masculine and feminine. So you're going to take هذه, you're going to make it into هؤلاء, and you're going to take the singular here and make it into plural. Okay, so first up, brother Muhammad Mu'tasim, number 1.
هذه طالبة. هؤلاء طالبات.
Yeah, very good. Number 2, Sister Asma. Number 2, Sister Asma. You guys there?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
هؤلاء مدرسات مدرسة.
Okay, so we have the example here, which is هذه مدرسة. Okay, so what is it going to have to turn into in the plural? You mix two up. You said هؤلاءك, which is a mixture of both near and far. هؤلاء, which is these, and أولئك, which is those. So first thing is هؤلاء, and then the form. What's the form going to be for mudarrisatun? What's the plural of mudarrisatun? Is it going to be sound masculine, sound feminine, or broken?
Mudarrisuna is the broken male, so
Aren't we all broken males? No. There is no broken male. Okay, it's sound, it's sound masculine. Okay, muslimun, muslimuna. Broken, kabir, kibar. Sound feminine. Okay, and we are talking about, and I hear lots of clinking, so I'm assuming that there's dinner being prepared, or mashallah, tabarakallah. So I understand. Attentions might be divided, but here it is. Mudarrisatun with a ta marbuta tells you it's feminine, right? So now we're going to be looking at sound feminine. Okay, so haulai mudarrisati. Mudarrisat. Excuse me, mudarrisatun. Welcome, Sister Musarrat. هذه مدرسات. هؤلاء مدرسات. Right? That's what you're going for. Just think, Surah, what is it? At-Talaq. Ta'ibat, right? Muslimatin, mu'minatin, etc., etc. Okay, so Sister Musarrat, perfect timing. Welcome, welcome. Let's do number 3. So what we're doing is, according to the example, we're converting feminine plural, feminine singular to sound feminine plural. And as we observed, haulai applies to both masculine and feminine, and adjectives with broken plurals apply to both masculine and feminine. We don't have to change them into different forms. So go for number 3, inshallah.
Oh, sorry, my internet had an internet issue and I sorry.
Couldn't hear you very well, but I think I heard the internet is having trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
هذه طبيب. And am I just making it feminine?
Look,
And plural.
look carefully. It's already in feminine singular.
Oh, sorry. هذه طبيبة.
Good. Now you make it plural.
So this will be هؤلاء طبيبات.
Yes. Very good. Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. Tabibatun. Excuse the writing. Oops. Tabib. Yes. Misplaced that over there. Batun. Good. And last one, Dr. Zia, number 4.
هذه مسلمات هؤلاء مسلمات.
Fantastic. Very good. هذه, excuse me, هؤلاء مسلمات. Very good. Any questions about that? That's fairly straightforward. In the singular, you're dealing with a ta marbuta. In the plural, you're dealing with an alif and a ta. Notice that the signs of grammar are still the same as far as we know. We have 2 dhammas on the end for marfu', and we'll go over the ones for the rest of it, which is different from the sound masculine plural, because the sound masculine plural, for example, it was muslimun, and we said that the sign of it being marfu' was actually the waw, not the last letter, let alone the last syllable or the last harakah, which is why you have muslimin, right? Mu'minin, because as you'll find out soon enough, the sign of a sound masculine noun being either mansub or majroor is the ya. Waw becomes a ya, but we'll deal with that all in good time. Excellent work. Number 5, back to the top, Brother Muhammad Mutasim.
هذه زوجة هؤلاء زوجات.
Very good. Zawjatun. They are wives. Good. Sister Asma, number 6.
هذه أخت. هؤلاء إخوات.
Careful.
No. أخوات.
Yes. Akhawatun. Yep.
أخوات.
Yep. It's a really tricky thing. We know akhun and ukhtun, we're used to making the kha sukun, right? Ikhwatun, ikhwan. Every single permutation of brother or sister, other than this one, has a sukun on the kha, right? Except for this. Sisters, plural, akhawatun, right? Fatha on the kha, fatha on the waw, akhawatun. Good. Number 7, Dr. Zia.
هذه فتاة هؤلاء فتيات.
Very good. And that's a similar phonetic thing going on with akhawat and fatayat. Everything is da, is muharrak. It has a haraka, a short vowel. Fatayatun, the plural of fatatun, young lady. Sister Musarrat, number 8.
هذه جديدة. هؤلاء جدد.
Yes, very good. Exactly. You didn't fall for the big thing, which is that adjectives on broken plural, and we'll just draw the line here. Adjectives that are broken plurals are the same, masculine or feminine in the plural. Okay, so this is something that's a relief for the Arabic learner, because this is already more difficult than English. In English, adjectives do not reflect number, nor do they reflect gender at all. He is tall, she is tall, they are tall, right? Arabic reflects gender in the singular. Huwa kabir, hiya kabiratun, and it reflects number. Hum kibar, but it gives you a break and does not reflect gender and number at the same time, in the sense that it doesn't reflect the gender in the plural. Judud is for men and for women. No problem. Back to the top, Brother Muhammad Mutasim, number 9.
هذه كبيرة هؤلاء كبار.
Fantastic. Sister Asmat, number 10.
هذه صغيرة هؤلاء صغار.
Very good. And Dr. Zia, number 11.
هذه طاولة هؤلاء طوال.
MashaAllah. Fantastic. Excellent. Anyone have any questions at all about the sound feminine plural before we go on? The rest is kind of a reading exercise. And then we're going to get into the verb forms. Any questions up until now? Okay, then let's try to finish this reading exercise, and that'll probably take us to the end of the period. Iqra waktub. Read and write. Short, sweet, and to the point. Number 1, Brother Muhammad Mutasim.
هؤلاء إخوتي وهؤلاء أخواتي.
Fantastic. Translate that for us since we're just reading.
Who are these? No, these. These sisters. إخوتي. And these sisters and is this my sister and that is your sister? No, what? Sorry.
No worries, it's a little confusing. Okay, let's go from the beginning. So how we establish meaning is through the grammar. Okay, what type of sentence is this? Is this jumla ismiya or fi'liya?
Ismiya.
Okay, what are the 2 parts of ismiya?
مبتدأ خبر.
Good. Where's the mubtada?
هؤلاء.
Very good. So these, which means that the statements are, in English, would exist right on the border between the mubtada and the khabar. All right, good. Now, ikhwati. What does ikhwa mean? The word ikhwa. Remember that these are very tough and closely, resembling words. What is ikhwa?
Sister.
Nope, that's the mistake. What's sister? Now think about it, just forget ikhwa. What is the word for sister in Arabic? Yes, ukht. Good. And for brother, it's akh. Right? Akh and ukht. Okay. What are the plurals for each of these? The plural of akh is ikhwatun.
Oh.
Yes. And the plural of ukhtun is akhawatun. Why is it confusing? Because this word has a ta marbuta. And so we're used to associating ta marbuta with feminine. And that is a good rule in general. But ikhwatun is different. Ikhwatun is a plural for masculine. So haula'i ikhwati now means what?
These brothers?
These are my brothers. Yes.
Yes.
And so وَهَؤُلَاءِ أَخَوَاتِي would mean what?
These are my sisters.
Yes, fantastic. These are my brothers and these are my sisters. Very good. Number 2, Sister Asma.
من هؤلاء الفتيات هؤلاء بنات المدرسات.
Very good. You're right. And what does that mean?
Whose are these young women? Fatayatu.
Yep.
And
who are they? Yep.
Who are they? And they are the banati. So banati is daughters of the teacher.
Yes, very good. Excellent. And listen to how Sister Asma used of. If you're making mistakes with the kind of the construction of mudaf, mudaf ilay in Arabic, and you're translating in your head, use the word of. It will always straighten you out. Banatul mudarrisati, the daughters of the teacher, female teacher in this case. Very good. Dr. Zia, number 3.
هؤلاء الفتيات زميلتي أبوهن طبيب وأمهن مدرستي.
Okay. I take issue with your grammar. So let's break it down. You said هؤلاء الفتيات زملائي, or زميلاتي, excuse me. Okay, are you telling me? Well, let's say this. Let's break it down. مبتدأ خبر. Where's the مبتدأ? Where's the خبر?
هؤلاء.
Yes, that's the مبتدأ, which means that الفتيات and زميلاتي are the خبر, both of them. What's the default position or grammatical case of the خبر?
Dhamma? No.
Yes, it is مرفوع with a dhamma. Okay, so الفتيات. How can الفتيات have a kasra? What in the sentence would make الفتيات have a kasra?
If there was, if it were possessed or something.
If it possessed something else.
Yeah.
Yes, or if there was a preposition before it, which there's not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it has to be الفتيات. هؤلاء الفتيات زميلاتي, right? Which translated is these. I'm sorry. These young ladies are my classmates, my female classmates, and I made a mistake when I said that هؤلاء is just the mubtada. No, هؤلاء الفتيات is the mubtada, and the information about them is زميلاتي. They are my female classmates. However, it does not affect the grammar because the mubtada and the khabar are both marfu'. They're both in the nominative case, and so they both have to have a dhamma, unless there's something in the sentence that changes it. And that's my same complaint about the second sentence. We have abuhunna, and for Sister Musarrat who came late, the hunna is both a subject pronoun and a possessive pronoun and an object pronoun for a female group, for a group of females. So it is hum, but exclusive for female. Whereas hum can be for exclusively masculine, or it can be for mixed groups. So abuhunna, their father, tabibun, khabar marfu', right? Mubtada khabar. Wa ummuhun mudarrisatun. And that's where we're going. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's like spinning plates, right? See the guys at the, not that I've ever been to a circus in my life, but I've heard that there are people that spin plates and you keep adding plates, and then as you add more, one falls, right? So Arabic grammar, you're keeping track of a lot of things. Now you're keeping track of number, and you're keeping track of gender, and you're keeping track of this and that, and it's very, very easy for one of the plates to fall along the way. Number 4, Sister Musarrat. And we might have to end it there because we're out of time.
Sorry. Yeah. أين الطالبات الجدد؟ ذهبنا إلى المكتبة. Okay.
Both of them are correct. Very good. You said أين الطالبات الجدد. It's just the jududu because it's got alif lam, so it loses the tanween. But other than that,
sorry. Yeah.
no, other than that, fantastic. Can you translate it for us? Then I'll point out one thing and then we'll dismiss.
Sure. Where are the new female students?
Good.
And they have gone to the library.
Fantastic. Okay, and that's the last thing that we're going to point out here. and it's a perfect segue into the rest of the lesson, is that now we've learned another conjugation pattern. Okay, so we had, and it always seems to be with the verb dhahaba. We had dhahaba, singular masculine, and dhahabu, plural masculine or mixed. Okay, that was not supposed to connect there. That. Now we also learned dhahabat, singular feminine, third person. And now we're learning the plural feminine form, dhahabna. With only a fatha above the noon, not an alif. That's a different conjugation. Dhahabna. And that's where we'll leave off because we'll see more of that for the rest of the lesson. Anyone have any questions about anything? I mean, well, yeah. For the enrichment class, okay, the enrichment class, for those of you who are interested in translation, we are going to, inshallah ta'ala, begin Saturday. Inshallah, they are going to be held Saturdays at 12. Okay, so we have class at 11 already. And we'll go to the normal time, 11:45, and then using the same link, okay, the same Zoom link, we will just have a 15-minute break and go right back to it at 12 o'clock. And it will only be, I think, a 20-minute session. I think we'll start out with that, and we'll see how things go. Okay? Any questions, feel free to message me at any time. Thank you very much for everybody's attendance and your hard work. We're making a lot of great progress. So I will catch you next time, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.